What's up, everybody? My name is Cody Rowler, and welcome back to episode 4. Today, we are filling out the Gen 4 Ultimate Favorite Pokemon Picker Tracker Generator thing online. Let's go! If you guys join us on Twitch for 10,000 coins for all of your money, you can get this glorious pink wig in action and make me suffer for the entire stream. Today, I'm streaming Gens 3 and 4, which we chop up on YouTube, but because I'm live streaming, you have to suffer through this wig just like I have to suffer. Thank you, Marina. And we can thank Chris and Volt for the next few episodes. Gen 4, baby! Gens 1, 2, and 3 are complete. As I mentioned in the last video, if you guys haven't seen what I'm doing so far, this tracker is an online tracker that allows you to pick your favorite Pokemon by generation, by type, ultimately boiling down to what is your favorite Pokemon. We are over 1,000 now. If you guys want to fill this out on your own, the link will be down below so you can check out the tracker. And if you hadn't seen me filling out any of the previous 1 through 3 generations, go check out those videos because this is a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. Without further ado, we are going to dive into Gen 4 Normal Type. Kicking us off, we have the Staraptor line. I like this bird. How many else? Who else likes Staraptor? Do we have any Staraptor fans? I think this is like one of the coolest starting birds. Like that final evolution, a little emo haircut. We have Nintendo's favorite Pokemon, Bidoof. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me the Pokemon Company's favorite Pokemon is not Bidoof. Oh wait, they love Bidoof. Not even Bibarel, just Bidoof. Although Ambipom is one of my favorite Pokemon, so we might be landing on a normal type here. Per ugly. Lopunny. I do like Porygon Z. We also have Regigigas, which is probably one of the strongest Pokemon in the game. I know I recently said that in the last episode about Slacking, but this Pokemon also has a hindrance when it comes to their ability. They're not at full power until like turn 4 or 5. So like the first few turns that this Pokemon is out, its stats are nerfed. And then after that, it's the floodgates. Ridiculously strong. And then we have God himself. How do I not pick Arceus for this category? I can't. No legendaries. We're not doing it. We have a legendary category. I'm going to go Ambipom. I love this Pokemon. Fire, Gen 4. Let's keep it moving. All right, so we've got our starter line. Magmortar. See, Gen 4 is when we introduced a few evolutions that didn't exist prior. Magmortar being one of them. Really sick Pokemon. Rotom. Rotom is easily one of my favorite Pokemon. I love that its gimmick is it can change typing if you interact with a different appliance. This is the oven Rotom, so it picks up fire. Really sick. And then there's Heatran, which is fire and steel. I don't know. Looking at these, I think all of these are really solid fire Pokemon. They're all worthy. I don't like fire and fighting. It's so overdone. Infernape, I'm sorry, but you're not taking this for me. Magmortar, maybe. Fire Rotom isn't my favorite Rotom, but I do love Rotom. And then there's Heatran. Again, this is like more of a mythic or a special Pokemon. A lot harder to get. I feel like Rotom is probably going to make the cut. So let's not be too Rotom heavy in any of this. Let's go Magmortar. Water. Water we seem to always have a good amount. So we're looking at Water Gen 4. Prinplup. Why did I say Prinplup? I literally could have picked any of these and I said Prinplup. I love Empoleon. It might be one of my favorite starters. A Water Steel Penguin. This thing is just a beast. One of my favorites. I freaking love this Pokemon. Looking through the rest of our waters though. That's so hard. Water Rotom is my favorite water or Rotom form, so we might. No, I'm not even saying might. I know I just said I love Empoleon. I'm there for any of the Empoleon fans, but looking at this list, Rotom though. Rotom. And again, I said Rotom has multiple different forms, but the water Rotom is my favorite. It's my favorite. It's a little washing machine. Moving on to the grass, Gen 4. So we have Torterra. Again, really badass starter Pokemon. Ground and grass. It literally has a tree growing on its back. Skimming through this list, there's a lot of like filler Pokemon. I feel like grass type kind of has those, but ooh, I do love me some Abomasnow. Tangrowth is really cool too. Once again, we had the evolutions introduced in Gen 4 that didn't exist prior. Leafeon, though. Once again, shout out to Rotom. I don't really care too much for the grass form. This is a lawnmower. Shaman. Shaman. Okay, this is hard. This is hard. We have the 2 different forms for Shaman too. I'm going to boil this down between these 3. We have Torterra. We have Abomasnow, which I think I might be leaning towards. I love the Ice-Grass combo. Abomasnow has been one of the core Pokemon on my team since I've really been into online battling. I love that Blizzard. Really, really good. And the Woodhammer, sick too. But then Shaman. How do you not pick Shaman here? Probably one of the cutest legendaries that exist. It's a little hedgehog. It's a grass hedge. That's a hedgehog. It's just a little flower Pokemon. It's also extremely difficult to get. It's like an event-only Pokemon. I feel like by default, I want to pick Shaman, but I'm going to hold off because Shaman might actually make my favorite legendary category, so I don't want to double up. So by that default alone, let's cross out Shaman here and look at just these 2. Between these 2, as much as I love Torterra, it hasn't made my teams online nearly as much as Abomasnow. I love Abomasnow. I don't think I need to look any further. Although this might bite me in the ass when it comes to my favorite ice type too, so we're going to find out. Moving into Electric Gen 4. Alright, so we have Pichu. Pichu came around Gen 4, huh? I don't know why I was thinking that was closer to Gen 3. Or even Gen 2. Pichu wasn't until Gen 4? That's wild. Wild. Luxray. Okay. Okay. Pachishuru, Magnezone, really sick. Electivire, also really sick. Again with the evolutions. And then Rotom. All of the Rotom forms have electric as part of their typing. Water being my favorite. We've already picked water. So I would either say I'm probably going to go Luxray. I think these 2 are amazing. I love that they exist, but I don't think that they trump Luxray. How many Luxray fans do we have in the audience? Electivire, really, Sentra? You'd go Electivire? Not me. That's where we differ, my friends. That's where we differ. Moving on to Ice, Gen 4. So, we already know Abomasnow is among my favorite. Weavile! Weavile. So this is what I was missing earlier in Gen 2. We have Glaceon, another evolution favorite. Mamoswine, though. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. And then we have Frostless. I feel like Frostless is a fan favorite. Does anybody like Frostless here? We got the Refrigerator, Rotom as well. So honestly, looking at this, for me, it's going to come down to these 3. I love Weavile. Really fast, hits hard. Glaceon, how do you not like Glaceon? One of the best Eevees to date. Glaceon is amazing. Glaceon made my core team in Gen 5, which is weird because we're not at Gen 5 yet, but I had Glaceon as one of my core members. I also had Leafeon as a core member. Glaceon and Leafeon were taking up 2 out of my 6 slots in Gen 5. But for whatever reason, not in Gen 4. So it's either going to be Weavile, Glaceon, or Mamoswine. I love Mamoswine. We were talking about Mamoswine in episode 2. We were missing it. I use all 3 of these in online battling. I really don't know. Who would I pick out of these? We have a Dark, we have a Pure Ice, and then we have Ice and Ground. I'm going to go Glaceon. I haven't given enough love to Eevee or any of that. Well, actually, I have. We've got Espeon and we've got Umbreon up here. All right, Glaceon trumps these 2 for me. Glaceon's taking it. Let us see what's in Fighting Gen 4. So we have our starter. We have Lucario. Okay, Toxicroak is really cool. And Gallade, my boy. Gallade is amazing. If anybody likes Gardevoir, you should really like Gallade. Like, I don't feel like you can give love to one over the other. They're both amazing. But no one's beating Lucario. We're not looking any further. Next. Out of curiosity, though, what would you guys pick for this? I freaking love Lucario. I love Lucario. Poison Gen 4. So we have Stuntank, Drapion, or Toxicroak. So this is pretty tricky. Not to ignore the first 2. I don't know. These last 2 particularly, I have found very useful in battling. There's a couple abilities that this thing has that makes it beefy, but then just the poison and fighting combo is really sick with Toxicroak. This is hard. Drapion or Toxicroak? Who would I pick? This is a very neck and neck tie. but I'm going to go Drapion. Ground, Gen 4. Oh, we have some solid choices here. You weren't kidding, Josh. Garchomp? So Torterra has another shot. It's crazy. Gastrodon is like really, really viable, even in today's day online. Garchomp might take this for me. I love Rhyperior. I love Gliscor. And I love Mamoswine. Again, I get another chance at Mamoswine. I don't know, guys. This is really hard. Torterra is amazing. Torterra is one of my favorite Pokemon. Grass and Ground, really cool. Awesome starter. Garchomp, one of the coolest dragons, still to this day, chomping on dragons. Rhyperior, just freaking beast, man. This thing is just a wall. Gliscor, though. But then Mamoswine, how do I... Ugh, it's so hard. I love all of them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4... That's 5. 5 I'm having to choose from. Not to say the others aren't good, but these 5 I'm particularly gravitating towards. I gotta go Garchomp. What happens if he's my favorite ground type? I mean, my favorite dragon. I wouldn't want to miss on Mamoswine. I don't know. When I think of ground and I think of Earthquake, right? That's our signature ground move that's hitting hard. All of them have great Earthquake, but they aren't Garchomp, you know? Nobody's Garchomp. Nobody's Garchomp but Garchomp. All right, my choice was made. Oh shit, I didn't realize I had that camera blocking the entire time. You jackass! And considering I had the camera missing the entire time, there's my options for you. So again, I was torn between Torterra, Garchomp, Rhyperior, Gliscor, and Mamoswine. Moving along to Flying, Gen 4. Staraptor, again, really badass Pokemon. I love Vespiquen, such a cool idea, and only the females can evolve into the queen. Drifloon, very sick Pokemon. Honchkrow, let's go. Togekiss. I don't think anybody's gonna trump Togekiss though. Again, I love Gliscor. Drifloon, one of my favorites. Honchkrow, badass. I really, really love Togekiss. I think this might be the one for Flying Gen 4. Serene Grace is so sick. Yanmega is really cool too. Gliscor though, I'm gonna go with my heart here. I'm gonna keep it moving. Picking Togekiss. It is one of my favorite Pokemon. Just the build in general, it's pretty beefy. It can hit hard, but I'm going the Togekiss. A chef's kiss, if you will. Psychic, here we go. Psychic, Gen 4. So Bronzong, really cool. Mime Jr., no thank you. Gallade, though. Gallade, So we have the 3, like, side legendary, pseudo-legendaries, if you will. And we have Cresselia. But no, I mean, I do like Bronzong, but nothing's taking Gallade. Let's be honest, guys. Is this even a fight? Does anybody else like any of these Pokemon over Gallade? Explain. Bug, Gen 4. Wow, we have a lot of various Burmy forms. Ooh, Skorupi. I forgot Skorupi was a bug, the first form. Yanmega, though. Vespiquen. I don't know. So I gotta say, there's not a whole lot of strong contenders in the Gen 4 bug category for me. I don't know if you would disagree, but to me, this is coming down to Vespiquen or Yanmega. I do like Vespiquen, but Yanmega's a badass dragonfly. It's a big-ass dragonfly, too. I love Vespiquen. It deserves the attention. Shout out to anybody that's picking Vespiquen over Yanmega, but that's not me. Yanmega it is. Rock type. Here we go. We got some fossil Pokemon. What, Cranidos, and then, was it Bastodon, right? Is that his name? Bonsley's pretty cool, even though I was ragging on Sudowoodo in episode 2. Rhyperior, though, we're back to it. And then Probopass. No. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. No, not Probopass. I do like the fossils. Pretty sick, but no one's taking Rhyperior. I feel like this is another easy decision. What do you guys think? Is there anybody that you would pick here over Rhyperior? Hit me with the argument, because I want to know why. Ghost type. So we've got Gen 4, Drifloon, Miss Magius is sick, Spiritomb, Dusknoir, Frostless, back to the Rotom, and then Giratina. So Giratina, let's just say it, Giratina is the best out of this group. I'm trying to do my best not to cater towards legendaries. So I'm going to go ahead and just not focus on Giratina here. I do want to say Giratina is the best. But if I were to exclude Giratina, we have Drifloon, amazing. Spiritomb, though, so good. And then we have Dusknoir. Dusknoir is an all-time favorite. It's a personal of mine. I do love Dusknoir. I think it's coming down to these 4. Again, I've already picked a Rotom, so I'm not going to focus Rotom. Honestly, out of these 4, it's going to be between these 2. And then out of these 2, I don't know. Spiritomb is so sick. Spiritomb is badass. It's dark and ghost, which makes it difficult because maybe it's going to be my favorite in the dark type. I don't know. Part of me wants to lean more towards Dusknoir because I have a feeling Spiritomb might take dark for me. This is hard because I don't want to go ahead and then come back. Let's go Dusknoir. I do love Spiritomb, but I think we've got Spiritomb locked in for dark. We'll find out. We'll find out. I'm going Dusknoir. Okay, scooting on over, we got dragons. Finally hitting our dragon type. So, I've already hit Garchomp, which this was what I was worried about. Garchomp stole the ground favorite. So let's keep it non-Garchomp related. That means we're dipping into the legendary category. And between these 3, I think we know. Right? Right? We know. Moving along to Dark Gen 4. So we have Honchkrow, we have the Stuntank. There's our Spiritomb. We've already got Drapion. Weavile coming up for number 2 attempt. Or Darkrai. I gotta be honest, out of all these, Darkrai is the best. It's not really even a question. Darkrai is amazing. The fact that he can just put everybody to sleep, and then the ability or chipping away at anybody asleep, but I'm trying to not go legendary heavy within this chart. Not looking at Darkrai, I think my money's on Spiritomb, which I'm happy because I held off on Spiritomb for Ghost. So we're going to take Spiritomb as my dark choice. Steel type Gen 4. So we have our Empoleon. I don't think I picked Empoleon earlier, so maybe Lucario would take the cake if I didn't already pick him for fighting. Bronzong's pretty cool. Magnezone's sick. I don't really care about Probopass. That's a pass for me, Probopass. Dialga, though. Pretty badass. And Heatran. Who's my favorite steel type out of this group? I really do like Empoleon, and part of me wants to go Empoleon because I didn't give it the love earlier in the water category. I think Lucario would take this easy, but I already had Lucario, so I gotta go Empoleon. There are a lot of really badass selections in here, namely the second half, but we're going Empoleon. Fairy type. Shit, you're right, Josh. All right, this is the first time that I'm gonna have to circle back and make another decision. I didn't want to do this. I wanted to avoid this at all costs, but between Mr. Mime Jr. and Togekiss, I've already said Togekiss is among my top favorite Pokemon. Mime Jr. isn't even on the spectrum. He's not even a thought when it comes to favorite Pokemon. But I'm okay with looking back because there were a couple others that I was really interested in doing. We were looking at either Drifloon, Honchkrow, or Gliscor. I think I'm going to either go Gliscor or Honchkrow within these. And I know Honchkrow is a really badass Pokemon, but Gliscor was like a core online Pokemon for me. Yeah, we're going back and we're selecting Gliscor. So circling back to Flying type, Gliscor is taking it. Flash forward to Fairy type, Togekiss takes it. Favorite starter Gen 4. This is pretty tricky. For me, it comes down to Tortuga, aka Torterra, or the Penguin. And considering Empoleon has already made this chart, I think I want to let it go to Torterra. Yeah, we did not pick Torterra in grass or ground, and I think it deserves that love now. Torterra is getting my favorite Gen 4 starter. Favorite gimmick form from Gen 4. So we're pretty limited here. Gallade. Gallade looking sick. That Garchomp, though, and the Lucario, and the Abomasnow. Wow. I know I skipped over Lopunny. Wasn't my choice. Holy crap, how do I choose between those? The Mega Lucario was clutch when it came to X and Y. Mega Lucario was amazing. But I really did like Abomasnow. I think by default, I'm going to have to go with one of the OGs on my core team. Although, honestly, any of these last 3, if you pick any of these, you have my vote. Like, they're fantastic. Gallade, though, Gallade's pretty sick. I would have to say that I like Iron Valiant more than I like this Gallade variant. So, if it was between those, I'd pick Iron Valiant. But let's go the Abomasnow all the way. We're almost done with Gen 4. Who's my favorite legendary? Oh, this is tricky. I do like Dialga and Palkia. They're cool. We got Space and Time. We've already picked Giratina. I love Giratina. maybe would be among my favorite here, but I don't want to pick Giratina again. Regigigas is, it's the coolest Reggie, let's be real. If it didn't have the like stunted, you know, slow start ability, I think it would take this for me. Darkrai, also really, really cool. Shaman, I told you guys earlier, Shaman was close to taking my grass vote. I love that little hedgehog, it's adorable. And then we have Arceus, literally God himself. That's difficult. I think realistically this is going to be Regigigas, Darkrai, Shaman, or Arceus. It's hard. It's hard to boil it down. This is why we're doing this tracker, because I have no idea. I have no idea otherwise. To be honest, when it comes to battling, Darkrai might be the best out of those four. The ability to just like put multiple people to sleep, or multiple Pokemon, especially in doubles. And then of course, or that's like a move that it has. The ability that it has does chips away damage from anybody that's asleep. I don't know. I might go Darkrai here. I think Darkrai is my favorite. What would you guys say? Going Darkrai. All right, moment of truth for episode 4. Who is my favorite Gen 4 Pokemon? So to recap, we have Ambipom, Magmortar, Rotom Water. We have Abomasnow. We have Abomasnow on there twice. We have Luxray, Glaceon, Lucario, Drapion, Garchomp, Glysaur, Gallade, Yanmega, Rhyperior, Dusknoir, Giratina, Spiritomb, Empoleon, Togekiss, Torterra, Abomasnow, the Mega form, and then Darkrai. This is difficult. Out of everybody that I've selected as my favorite Gen 4 type, who's my all-time favorite for Gen 4? I need to start dwindling this down. I think there's a couple that stand out among the rest. I would say Lucario. I would say Garchomp. I don't know, maybe Giratina or Darkrai from there. It's hard. I think I'm gonna just stick to those two. Let's just boil it down to those two. Lucario, Garchomp. Both are amazing, and if I were to play Gen 4 right now, both of those would be on my team. I feel like both have been so good over the years online. It's so hard even just thinking about who's better online. I don't know, because both can be so viable. Lucario can go special attack or physical, and then Garchomp is just sweeps for days. I think I'm leaning Lucario. I love Garchomp. I mean, I love all these Pokemon, clearly, but I think it's gotta be Lucario. I just gotta decide. Lucario takes it. For a quick recap, Gengar, my favorite Gen 1. Tyranitar, my favorite Gen 2. Gardevoir, favorite Gen 3. And my boy Lucario making the cut for favorite Gen 4. Let's go. Let us go. As always, thank you guys so much for making it this far into the video. How'd you guys enjoy Gen 4? If you did, please leave a like on the video below. There are a lot of you guys that are seeing these videos and that are not subscribed. If you are one of them, please consider subscribing. Subscribe if you want some more content. Am I right? As always, thank you so much. I will catch you in Gen 5. Until then, my friends. Adios!